Hello, welcome to my channel and my love to all of you. This is Anshu Sharma here. So let's do Q&A session today. We start with a simplest question and then we proceed more to little bit complex ones. So somebody asked me developing a question of how to develop a genius mind. So, developing a genius mind can start at any age. If you are conscious, then you can begin early with your child. According to Vedic literature, till the age of 7, a child should be given unconditional love, no discipline, no training. Let the mind be free and happy. Just pay attention to the regular routines and nutritious food. From age 7 to 14 is the time when parents need to pay attention in developing the mind of a child. Mind is limitless and likes to roam ceaselessly in all the directions. So, like a monkey, it has to be trained. So make your child follow morning routines and then encourage him to read or write starting with 10 minutes in the morning and 10 before the bedtime, reading anything which catches his attention. And your job is to provide stimulating reading material and solitude. So, and then the child will gradually increase the timing as per his liking, which subject he likes, and the mind will gradually start to tame, focus, and concentrate. A concentrated mind becomes laser sharp. The training should become a habit away from the technology, involving sheer self-effort, self-focus, and self-discipline. And this you can do at any age. At any age you can start. The idea is self-effort, self-focus, and self-discipline at regular time in a day, regularly every day. And then with your child you can focus on what's going on and then provide positive material to read, and gradually the mind becomes laser sharp, the intelligence becomes focused, and this laser sharp mind, a focused mind, can be used in any desired field of interest, be mathematics, technology, sciences, arts, dance, music. So lots of discoveries have been made, the great discoveries have been made, and with this applying consistent focus, and then accordingly you can transform this energy like in a music for symphony, words, ideas, and concepts, and then the child is ready to himself apply this trained mind focus, or you yourself can apply in the field of your choice. So biggest discoveries and artists, politicians, sportsmen, inventors, scientists, musicians, painters have given physical form to the ideas produced by our genius mind. So basically everything is a potential energy, and a focused, one-pointed, directed mind, concentrated mind brings those ideas and concepts down into physicality. And this type of a mind can be channeled throughout one's life. Then somebody asks a question: when you talk of wave collapsing into the holographic reality, I sometimes wonder, what if energetic experience is strongly felt, but it falls short of turning into a reality, may it be positive or negative? Does it mean there was a lack of intensity in conscious thoughts? or it has been stored in our DNA in a seed form to manifest later. What is the connection here? Any energetic experience cannot simply vanish, right? This person is asking. And with the principle of energy conversion, it must stay strongly embedded if we no longer feel the intensity of the thought or find its manifestation. Now, this is a beautiful question. So, let's start with some explanation, just describing how does manifestation actually takes place. Conscious observance is what you are observing through your thoughts and emotions. Observance, when you observe something, it is also seeing. Now, seeing is a very broad word, and seeing also means to focus on, to detect, to give energy to think about, and to apply feelings or energy to. Seeing is also aligning. In short, what you observe exists. What you see exists. What you think and feel about exists. So, what is happening in short is when you begin aligning with a thing and energetically, more real it becomes. So, when consciousness is applied through conscious observance, which is you are giving something your conscious energy to, you are constantly thinking about it, you are applying your feeling and you are giving energy to, you are aligning it with your thoughts, the potential waveform collapses and projected into holographic physical matter. When something is projected into holographic physical matter, it is then detected by our physical senses. So when you are giving it a focus, when you are giving it a feeling, when you are aligning it with your thoughts, when you are seeing with your mind's eye, you do not see it physically. But when you take a physical action and align your thoughts, emotions and actions, then it comes before you in physical matter, and you see that we are able to see it now with physical senses. So potential waves of energies directed by our intention are collapsing into reality. This process is instantaneous in thoughts and emotions. But in physical manifestation may take some time. So we can practice and we see it in our individual lives. So this is the process of manifestation. Now let's answer the question that girl put. So whatever comes in she's saying that if there is something in the seed form and it falls short of collapsing into reality, whether it is physical or whether it's positive or negative. Now first, whatever comes in your conscious or unconscious awareness is already there in your subconscious mind in a seed form. Energetic experiences never vanish. And yes, it does stay embedded if you do not give it water, power, energy and sustenance to it. So in seed forms it is there and it remains so. So when you feel and when you do not feel, the intensity of your thought depends on your individual frequency, and the dimension you are in, you are working from. Your interest and passion also decide what you wish to manifest in your reality. So, first of all, everything what you have put in your subconscious mind is there, remains there in seed form, but it's up to you how much energy you give it. It never vanishes. So it depends on the sustenance, the power, and the potency you give it. In thoughts, continuously thinking about it, feeling about it, and then align it with the physical action. Then another question was, please explain why obsessive compulsive thinking will not always bring forth what we want. So she's asking a beautiful question, that there is constantly thinking, obsessive thoughts are there, why it is not being manifested. The answer is very simple. It is only obsessive compulsive thinking, and it is not aligned with other frequencies of your heart, such as love, passion, interest, and willpower. And the most important tool, the physical action, is missing. So a lot of people entertain that obsessive thinking but do not translate it into physical action. So another question is, how does timing of thought and reality alignment work? Thought and reality alignment work. The timing. Can we decide the timing of our thought and reality, physical manifestation, alignment? The answer is, you cannot align the timing of your thought and the reality manifestation. It happens in divine timing and also as per your contract and agreement. What you have to align is, what is under our control is that we can align, or you can align your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a consistent manner, and then leave the result. So you have to trust the process through inner knowing that lies in your solar plexus and heart chakras. So that what we have the power to do, and that all we can do. But the timing of its manifestation, unfortunately, is not under our control. It depends on a lot of factors, and it will happen when it happens. But we have to keep working without any expectations of the result. It's the process of working we have to enjoy and keep doing. Then she asks, can you please elaborate on the last segment of the timeline we want to live? How do I consciously live in alignment with that? She's asking about the last segment of the timeline. Is it harder for individual consciousness to do so because of collective consciousness as the intensity multiplies in the latter place? True. The intensity definitely multiplies when the collective comes into picture. Now, as for the last segment of the timeline, how do we visualize? How do we know this is the last segment of the timeline? We can never do that. It depends on a lot of factors. So every human has to strive, first of all, for his own independent expression in speech and action, and then also allow others in the close proximity to also allow their expression in the same manner. Collectively, then it multiplies, and you also and your raised vibrations begin to influence more and more people on a collective level. Now, regarding the perceiving and how do we decide the last segment of the timeline, you cannot, because of your limited current perceptions. Because your current perceptions depend on many things, such as your subjective point of attention, the range of your memory, how much you remember consciously or unconsciously, means how much knowledge base you are coming from. And also it depends on your ideas, concepts and agreements you have. So lot of factors are there which we cannot or we do not know the last segment of the timeline. But still we can do is we can continue to make choices with our current ideas, current concepts and our current point of attention with our current knowledge base, and continuously strive to increase the knowledge base. The increased knowledge base will increase our perception, and with the increased perception the focus of our mind becomes sharp and also becomes huge. We come from a bigger knowledge base. So we continue to make choice, visualizing at the same time what we can do it. Visualize the bifurcation of energies leading towards two world split. One moving towards 5D higher and the other going downwards towards 30. And somebody asked a very good question, that can you explain gravity? Gravity is consciousness too. It is your attention, where your attention you are directing to. Let us say hard matter is liquid water and gravity is the water in the vapor form. So vapors are being pushed in flow or in direction in a flux, the water vapors, and when they meet the right condition, the right temperature, the right container, say a glass, then these vapors will condense into water. These flux of energy, the vapor, is the gravity. So gravity is a flow of potential energy in a high vibratory state, and which are the thoughts of your consciousness, and they will later materialize into the object. So when we say a particular object has gravity, no, it is first the gravity and then it takes the physical form. So stretching it a bit further, 5D is currently in high potential vibratory state called gravity, and eventually it will materialize into physical new earth. The last question she asks, there is an intense pull inside me. I think this question many of you will resonate with, because many of the people are feeling this at the moment. So an unrest that does not allow me to attach to anything with my current reality right now, like I belong to somewhere else and I live on autopilot, but what I can really do well is shutting the world out and giving my best to whatever I engage in, which is true. I know being in the current moment, gratitude, acceptance, etc. Is essential to evolve to the next higher state, but I cannot release myself from this unease. Of course, you cannot release yourself with this unease, but your understanding why this unease and from where it is coming from will help. So she says, I try meditation, but it doesn't work. Many times, meditation is actually meditation is of many form. It is not like focusing your some like people say focusing your mind on nothingness. That comes much later. So meditation in lower dimensional is basically sometimes maybe focusing on your current issue, on your current problem which is arising in your mind. Or in higher stage, the meditation can be meditating on a single idea or a concept and then thinking and enlarging your thinking about it. So meditation can be of various different forms. It is not arriving a state of thoughtlessness. That does come, but it comes much later. So sometimes the mind switches off, which is okay, but I feel and express too intensely, and she lets the mind rule over her feelings. Is this normal? She's asking. And when one is balancing the masculine and the feminine energies, it is perfectly normal to undergo the feelings of unease and unrest during ascension. This happens when you are experiencing polarity, masculine and feminine, as you rightly put. You are under fourth dimension, and fourth dimension is the analogy can be that you are ascending higher on a staircase. So it's like that, and you are on your own. In fourth dimension, you express both your manifestation and also your opposite polarity in your life, and how you deal with the opposite polarity is with your warrior template sometimes, and also sometimes with integration of energies. Sometimes you use various tools such as forgiveness, sometimes gratitude, thanking. There's so many things, so you have to analyze. For that you must read my book, where I have given you numerous studies in emotional integration. So in a nutshell, what you can do is, fourth dimension climbing can be a little bit challenging. So following your routines help. Doing yoga postures help physically because it releases the blocked energies. And then listen to only a few speakers you resonate with, and try to go deeper in the knowledge. Sometimes writing the concepts and helps, because if somebody is speaking the concepts and ideas, just you get triggered, you get those codes, and then very soon dissipate. The light language dissipates very quickly. So writing them down and then meditating on them, you cement, you anchor, you ground that knowledge. So do that and allow more time to digest, contemplate higher concepts, and then apply them in real life situations. More you entertain these ideas and concepts in your mind can cause unease as well, because you have to bring them down, anchoring them in your physical life and apply them in your real life situation. So remain in solitude. Influences of others' holograms distract and confuse you, definitely. Keep following your inner passions, interests and guidance. And most important is share and discuss your spiritual ideas with other like-minded people. Sharing makes you grow. Your own ideas and the concepts take real life forms. So thanks for listening. I hope this session you enjoyed, the question and answers. So leave your comments, and if you have a burning question, then we will see if we can answer that in the next session. So please, if you like, share, subscribe and share the video. And sharing is what makes the knowledge more available to many people, and making awakening more and more. So this is how the light spreads. So thanks for listening once again. Lots of love and light. Till we meet again. Bye. Take care.